and show you some tips here as far as how I like to use it. So I'm in LeadSensationz area here, and I like to search using Google. Google has such a wide net that it casts. And one thing that I want to make sure that you're aware of is that when you're searching, the cities that you're searching in is really important. So if you're just starting in this market, I would suggest that you not go after the largest cities, but also don't go after the smallest cities. The largest of the cities, the competition is going to be increased. So if you're just starting out, you don't need to be in that situation. Now, if you were to run searches in a really small city, then you might run into situations where you're going to find less businesses that will have less of a budget. So I like to go in the middle. One thing you can do is you can go online, you can find a list of cities by population and take a look at that. I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to plug in, I live in Pennsylvania. Oops, wrong place there. I'm going to search for dentists, and I'm going to go in Harrisburg, PA. I'm going to start the search there. And I like the size of Harrisburg. It's like 120,000 people, something like that. And Lead Sensation brings the leads up. Now, one thing I can suggest to you as well is that once you start doing this, of course, Lead Sensationz, it's amazing because you could get just a forever list of leads, and that could be overwhelming. I want to encourage you that once you figure out what angle you want to take that you dive into it. So let's say, for example, that you want to be focusing on dentists or plumbers or locksmiths, whatever it is. I would pick one and become the expert in that market. Let's say, for example, that you're going to reach out to a locksmith to sell to them. If you reach out to them and position yourself that you focus on locksmiths, they're going to pay a lot more attention to you because you're going to be the expert in that area. And the more that you deal with the same type of business, the more that you'll learn. Now, me personally, I started and I kind of hit lots of different kinds of businesses. And ironically, hair salons is what clicked for me. I didn't pick it. It wasn't my goal when I first started out. I just seemed to gel with that group of people. Hair salons where it's people pay a bit more of a higher price, higher end salon, and that worked out really well for me. So I want to encourage you to do that as well. Whenever you take a market and you jump into it, you're going to find that your results are going to be better. Now, another thing that I really like about Lead Sensationz is that you can filter your results, because I look at this here and there's all this stuff that's here. But wouldn't it be better if we took a more focused approach, and when we contact businesses, we're more specific and deliberate about it? So, for example, I look at this here, and I can see how none of these businesses here have video on their website, and that's a huge issue for me. I'm going to get into that more in a couple of minutes. But if you are working with social media, you can find if they have a social media presence, et cetera, et cetera. I want to encourage you to pick whatever it is and hit them with that. So if you want to focus on businesses that are not utilizing videos, then focus on them specifically and then send an email to them, and I'll share more about what to say shortly here. You're going to find better results doing it that way. Now, let me go back to my handy dandy slides here. What I want to talk to you about is why I love consulting. When I provide services, because I see people asking, what do you sell to businesses? And the thing is, man, you can provide so many different things. Businesses desperately need help with their internet marketing. Take a few minutes and look at the websites that a lot of businesses in your area have, and typically they're pretty bad. They're not using video, they're not on Facebook, so forth and so forth. Now, when I got into my consulting field, I really enjoyed it a lot because I was able to start immediately. Compare that to a typical business. Like if you were to go out and buy a retail store, my goodness, what's the average that you don't expect to make profit within the first 5 years? That is very frightening to me. When you are a local consultant, you don't need an office. You can do it from your home. With me, I used to be a mental health therapist, and I had an office. And when I became a consultant, I got rid of it because I was never there. I was doing everything over my computer, which is a heck of a lot more comfortable, let me tell you. With consulting, most of the money that you make is profit. There is a tremendous margin with the profit. It's insane. And like I said, you can work from anywhere. And another thing that I personally really enjoy is that you can help other businesses along the way. I like to help other people, and when I help a business and see that they're getting more customers because of what I did, I feel good. I like it. And I would love for you to be able to experience that too. It's exciting. So, like I said, I've been doing this now for almost 8 years, and over that time, I've knocked it down to a formula. I call it Matt's Magic Formula. You can see that mystical pose there. And I break it down to these principles. Whenever you're selling something, you first need to find something that businesses need. You need that or it's not going to work. Once you find what they need, you can go out and provide them with the answer. Now, once you have that, you need to find the businesses that are in need. Now you have this down, but LeadSensationz, you can get those leads just on autopilot unlimited, and you have that. Now, once you have those leads, you want to send them through your sales funnel, and this is very similar to selling anything online. And with local marketing, it's the same thing. I try to do things as hands-off as possible. And I'm going to share with you my sales funnel, which allows me to go through this process while doing very little work. It's really cool. That once you have them and they're interested to pay you money, you provide them with consulting services. And when you provide them consulting services, I'm talking about offering them videos for sale, social media marketing, just anything that can help them online. So let's go through this in a little bit more detail. The first thing we're going to talk about is finding something that businesses need. Now, you probably know if you're familiar with me and certainly with Todd that we are video related, and also him, by the way, too, of course. And there's a good reason for that. Video is incredibly powerful. Whenever a new marketing product comes out, there's always a video on the sales page, right? I mean, how often do you see a product come out in our little circles here and there's no video? There's always video because video is so powerful. Including video on a landing page can increase conversions by 80%. And this is the one that I love to share with business owners. I want to encourage you to take notes. This is a really good one. After watching a video, 64% of users are more likely to buy a product online. Can you imagine what that means for a local business? If a business has a video on their website, if users are 64%, that's over half more likely to buy their service. That's insane. When you share that with a business owner and they realize they're not using video, man, oh, are they missing the boat. But the thing is, when it comes to video, business owners are missing the mark. Now, like I showed you in LeadSensationz, when I did that first random search, literally none of those businesses that came up at the top were using video. None of them. That's how huge they're missing this mark. Now, can anybody take a guess why businesses are not using video already? I'd love to see here. You can share it in the chat box. Okay, can't afford it. Yes. Glenna says expensive. Kimberly says they don't know how. Takes time. Yes. Has no clue, Barbara. That's right. And it's crazy because business owners tend to love their business, obviously, and they love to see their name in lights. And if you were to ask any business owner, would you like to have a commercial for your business? They would love to. But the reason that most don't is because it's too expensive. Before, when I first started in local marketing, I actually didn't start in video. I started in search engine services, search engine optimization. And one of my clients wanted a video and I couldn't do it for them. So we had somebody, we got a quote from someone and it was going to cost them $6,000 to get a video made for their business. $6,000. When I thought about it, I thought, oh, they would benefit so much from video. This would be so great to share with them. There are literally thousands of businesses spending thousands of dollars a month on advertising and sending their visitors to terrible looking websites. Now I want to show you this because being in marketing, it blows my mind. This is an example of just like a regular website in my area. Look at that. Look how horrible that looks. That's what it looks like on my computer when I go there. That just blows my mind. Now, what makes it even worse is this company is spending hundreds of dollars a month to send people to their website, and it looks like this. Now, can you imagine how much nicer we could make this look? So this thing clicked in my mind. What if I was able to to offer affordable video commercials to these businesses. How amazing would that be? Now I'm curious if anyone on this call already owns some type of video software, if you have the ability to make your own videos, because there's been quite a few popular ones, a lot of great ones out there. And if you don't, that's okay. Okay, I'm getting lots of yeses and some nos as well. Well, here's the thing. If you don't have software to make videos, or if you don't have the desire to make videos, guess what? You can outsource the work and have somebody else do it for you. One thing that everybody could do is go to a place like Fiverr and get a video made. Fiverr, it's located at fiverr.com. You can go there, and I just did a search for spokesperson, and you'll see that these spokespersons come up, and you can pay them money to do a video for you. So let's say that you were to find a dentist and wanted to sell them a video. You could go onto Fiverr, and for $100, you could get that video made, turn right around, and sell it to a dentist for $1,000 or even more. It's crazy. Fiverr is really easy to use, and I'm just giving you a ballpark where you'd be looking at maybe $100 or so to get a decent video made from these people here. It's really cool. And the thing is, business owners have deep pockets and will pay big money for something that'll help their business. Business owners are already spending thousands upon thousands of dollars on advertising, and our goal is to offer them something so they'll be able to pay us that money for something as well. So what I like to do is I like to focus on businesses that are not harnessing the power of video, because it's such an obvious thing and it's such an easy way for us to help them. So this is a search that I did from LeadSensationz, and you can see there that all these businesses have something in common. Not one of them has a video on their website. These businesses are just, my goodness, there's so many. So the next chain in the process here is now we've found something that they need, something that they could definitely benefit from our help with. So what can we do to be able to get their attention, to be able to offer them video? Because businesses, of course, are going to be getting emails and phone calls, all that kind of stuff. How can we get their attention? And I have something really cool to show you here. Let me pull it up. Just give me 1 second here. This is something that we built. I want to show you what we have here. This is a website here that maybe looks all right. This is for a dentist. I just found it. And when the business owner goes, I'm going to turn my speakers up here so you can actually hear this. When I send an email to this business, and when they open up the email and they click this link, they're going to see their business, but they're going to see a person
if you're looking for
in the corner.
And professional dentist, you've come to the right place. Don't trust the alleviation of your mouth pain.
Isn't that cool?
Dental care to just
I'm going to plug this back in here now.
So
this spokesperson talks here while the person that owns the website is able to scroll and see, wow, look at this. So what I'm able to do is I'm able to generate these previews for businesses. So like here, for example, this is a locksmith, and I am able to send an email to this person, and when they click on the link, they see a person on their website. Now, I haven't gotten access to their website. All I had to do was take their website address and plug it into my website, and it generated this page for me. And they can see what a spokesperson would look like on their website. It's a really, really cool way to visually show them how much cooler their website could look if there was video on it. Okay, let me pop back here. Just give me 1 second. What do you guys think? I'm curious what you think about that, if you find it impactful. And if anybody wonders how I did that, what technology I used to do that. Okay, Daniel's got it. He said, this is VideoPal. You got it. Kenneth says, sweet. Tim says, VideoPal rocks. Yes, you get it. When I first saw about VideoPal, I got so excited because also, just like LeadSensationz, thinking about the implications for the local business. I'm going to guess, some of you, when you saw VideoPal, you had to have it because it's so cool. Just think about how cool a business would feel to be able to see that on their website as well. Okay, so the whole concept of using LeadSensationz to get the businesses and then send them an email, and in that email show them a video, it works really well for a couple of reasons. It can be done through email, obviously. You're not wasting time on the phone. When I first started my local business, I made a lot of phone calls, and I wasn't really good at it. I'm better at it now, but I don't like it. I'm not the biggest fan of just picking up the phone and talking to someone that didn't know they were going to hear from me. I think it's weird. And some people are amazing at it, but that's not my thing. I don't like cold calling. That's what it comes down to. You're not doing this in person. You can just send the emails out. And when I was looking for my own business, that was what I saw. I saw myself being able to sit in one of my many pajama pants and do this from home and the leisure that brings. Now, the reason that this works so well is because you have LeadSensationz, and when you send an email out, if you're able to visually show them something, it's going to help them understand it better. For example, you can use LeadSensationz to sell search engine services, but the thing with that is, if you're using that to start, it's a little bit more challenging because you have to explain what search engine services are and how it's going to help the business. With video, you can show them by them just clicking the link. They can physically see it, and if they can visually see it on their website, it's very impactful. And it's something that business owners can understand and immediately see value in, because sometimes business owners will question, what does this mean for me? What can I do about this? And when they see it, wow, of course that's going to help my business. That looks amazing. So my question to you is, how much would you pay for this service? If you didn't know that VideoPal existed, and you had your own business, my goodness, how much would you pay to have this spokesperson in the corner of your website? It's very cool. I'm looking here. Wilbur says he'd pay $867. That is very specific and awesome. Ellie says 500. Okay, cool. Now, the thing is, you have to keep in mind that business owners are already used to spending a lot of money, and they will easily pay $1,000 or more for a service like this. So once you have a way to get people's attention and you have something to offer them, I want to encourage you to step into the role of the consultant. Because once you have someone willing to pay you money for one thing, you can provide many other services as well. Again, I think that so many things can be related to just marketing in general, because typically when you buy a product, what comes next? There's upsells, right? And there's other things that can be offered. And it's the same thing here with the business. You offer them something that they can really understand with the value that they'll get. You offer them commercials, a video on their site, things like that. And I know the LeadSensationz even came with commercials. You offer them something like that. And then once they have a relationship with you, then you provide other services to them. Now, I don't see myself as the video guy or the SEO guy. I see myself as the consultant, because I can provide video marketing. And then what's the next logical thing? Well, I can help them market those videos on YouTube. I can help them with SEO. I can help them with social media. I can help with their reputation, because there's people having negative reviews out there, which really hurt a business. Does their site look right on a mobile device? And are they using an autoresponder to follow up with people on their website? In fact, I had a struggle to keep the list this short. There's so many things you can provide to business. And the thing is, once a business likes you, they're going to want to pay you to do these kinds of things for them. And this is how you're able to turn it from just one sale into making monthly, really, really nice money every month. Now, the next thing is, hey, Matt, I certainly don't have the time or ability to learn how to be a video marketer and a YouTube marketer and how to build websites. It sounds like so much, and this is foreign to me already. And the good news is you don't have to, because I want to encourage you as a consultant to take the approach of being the person in the middle. And the way that works is I'm going to share this. This is one of my best resources here. The company is called Virtual Group. They're located at virtualgroup.co, and this is a company that you can go to and you can pay them to do all these services for you. So the way that it works is you get a client. One of your clients is interested in search engine services, SEO. You get them to pay you $1,000 a month. You turn right around. You pay this company half of that. That's $500 in your pocket every single month. You don't have to do anything else. It's incredible. And this company will provide They'll build the websites for you. They will manage reviews. They'll do social media. It's insane, all this stuff that they'll do, so you don't have to do it. It's really, really cool. So this is how you're able to build your business. So let's talk numbers here, because I know, especially for those of you who come from internet marketing, this is so different. So I think it's important to outline it in this way. So let's say, for example, that you were to go out and sell videos to local businesses. If you were to sell 4 videos a month, that's just one a week. Just one video a week for, I'm going to say, $700. Yes, you could sell them for more. Yes, you could sell them for less. But let's just say $700. You're talking about making over $36,000 in a year, and that's just from selling one video once a week. That's crazy. Now let's say that you're a go-getter and you're able to sell 2 videos a week. That's 8 videos a month. Now we're talking about almost $73,000. Now, yes, I know that there's the cost of getting the video produced, but that's not that much. We're talking about a lot of profit here. We're certainly talking about things that you could be doing in addition to whatever you're already doing in life, or you can do this, you can move into it full time and then really scale up. But the thing is, video is a great way to get your foot in the door when you talk about services to offer. But I want to encourage you to offer more services, because that's where the real money is. When you're able to get businesses like, let's say that you just had 4 clients paying you $1,000 a month. If you just had 4 clients, that's almost $50,000 a year. We're just talking about having 4 clients. Now, what if you had 10 clients paying you $1,000 a month? We're talking about over $100,000. That's a 6-figure income right there. That's how that works. I'm curious what people think here. I'm looking at the chat here. So what does everybody think about this? I mean, this is something that blew my mind. I know, because I was just so used to selling affiliate marketing products and making, $1 here, $2 here, and it's just the amount that you can make is so much higher, and it's focused on helping less people. It's very eye-opening. Yes. So David says yes. Claire says sounds great. Michael says wowie wow. That's very enthusiastic. That's awesome.
Matt, everybody's been asking me how much to charge, because I mean, first of all, I just want to back up a little bit. Matt's going to be talking about a lot of stuff today, including later on a complete package that includes everything that you'd want to extend LeadSensationz with, not just Video Pal, way beyond that, okay? But before he even gets to that, the big question that everybody here has on their mind, which you started to answer, is, all right, I have LeadSensationz, I've got a client, now I have a way to put video on their website. How much should I charge to put a video on their website? So you started to answer that, but if you could be as specific as possible, because this has really, really come up, I'd say no less than 30 people have asked me that in the last couple of weeks.
Okay, yes. Well, the first thing I would think to look at is who are you selling this to? So because a dentist is going to be able to pay more than let's say a locksmith who is scraping by and maybe doesn't have a lot to spend on advertising. So it depends on the size of the business and the type of business that it is. A dentist puts this out there. Let's say that you were to charge a dentist $700 for a video, and they get just one new client from that video. They're going to make that $700 back and more. So as far as how much to charge, it's tough. I mean, I like to say that you shouldn't charge less than $500, $700, but I know that when people start out, it's a bit of a thing to get past. And I mean, if you were even to charge $300 for a video, they're going to be more likely to get that first sale, and then you have the confidence and you turn right around. And once you're selling videos, I would not sell them for less than $500, because like I said earlier, if you were to go out,
all right, so 300 was an idea to start with, or you pointed this out, and this is how I started in the business, offering videos for free for a limited time, and then it rolled over into, of course, something that paid. So that way I was able to get my foot in the door. Anything to get your foot in the door. Is that a good suggestion? Have you tried that?
Yes, absolutely. And when you do something like that and you offer a discount or even that it's free, you want to make sure that they understand that you're only doing this as a favor to them, that they're expected to give you referrals in the process. So, listen, I can do it for, the $100 for you. However, I really ask that you're going to send business, share with 3 other people. And then that business would be the one calling 3 other dentists or 3 other locksmith for you to get you more business. Absolutely.
Got it.
Yeah, so like I shared, I mean, as far as providing videos to them, it's funny when you look at videos in general as well. I don't know if anyone's ever seen any commercials for businesses in their area, but a lot of times they're pretty bad. It looks like maybe like someone in high school did it for them, or the business owner did it themselves. So I love it. There's this business owner that's in a commercial near where I live, and he looks so scared when he's on camera, and it doesn't seem to work out well. So one thing that I stumbled into was offering templated commercial solutions to them to be able to give them a commercial that they could just have their branding on, and then bam, here it is, they could have it. And it looks really nice, and that's worked out really well for me. And that's something also that I know that was included with LeadSensationz too. I think there was some videos that came with that as well. But the point I'm trying to make is anybody can go out and get these things and be selling them. And just because you didn't pay a ton for it does not mean that that's not going to be the value for the business owner. This is all about them needing an expert to come in and help them, because business owners, they're focused on building their business. They don't have time to figure out what YouTube even is, let alone how to be utilizing these things for their business. So yeah, so what I'd like to do now is I'd like to share more about how I've taken LeadSensationz and integrated it into the things that I have. Does that sound all right? I can go into that. Just looking here. Awesome. Yes, people are excited to see it. Cool deal. Okay, so let me share this. So look, there's me. And you know Todd and also Paul. We've all worked together to figure out the best way to put these things together. And those of you that know Paul, he is responsible with Todd for the amazing Video Pal. It's insane. And Video Pal is a thing where you're able to have these little pals appear in the corner of a website. I'm going to show you another example in a second here. Basically, this is software. It's cloud-based, and I see some people are familiar with Video Pal. And basically, what you're able to do is you're able to make a spokesperson, and you're able to write what they say. It's really, really cool, and there's cartoons in there. And here's an example. You're able to just type in what they say. Now, what I did was I looked at that and thought, that's really cool, though I know that local businesses are more responsive to seeing actual spokespersons and as far as an actor or actress doing something like that. So I went out and I started to look at getting commercials made for myself, because I realized that there was such a need for businesses to be able to have solutions like this. So I went out and I hired a lot of different people and paid quite a bit of money. And in fact, you might recognize one of the people there. That's the one and only Todd. Worked with over a dozen incredible spokespeople to be able to come up with different ways to be able to have these videos that I could offer to businesses. What we did was we went out and we took a look at the most popular markets that this would be the most effective in. And there's so many that you're able to go into, as far as being able to take a locksmith that has a boring site and then pop a pal in the corner. And the reason this works so well is because it's so easy to do. You don't have to change anything on their website. You just put the code in, and then the spokesperson is just right there, right in the corner. It's amazing. And these are the markets that we found to be the most responsive to things like this. Let me show you an example here. So this is what we do. So we have these spokespersons that come in, and the thing that they say is, if you're looking for a locksmith, blah, blah, blah. And what it does is it takes whatever marketing that they already have, and it just makes it so much better. And like I said, what we do is we send them through a funnel, so they're able to see a page of what their website would look like if they had one of these people on it already. It's very powerful. And we did this for so many different markets to be able to take advantage of that. Let me pull it back up here. Why it always does that for me. There we go. Now, another part of this was being able to offer videos to businesses, besides being popped up on their website, being able to have videos in a place like YouTube and Facebook, because VideoPal doesn't work on Facebook. So one thing that we have is we have software. It's called Easy Spokesperson Creator, and this is something that we've also been using that allows you to make your own videos that you can put onto YouTube, put onto websites, and they're actual video files, not a pop-up like VideoPal. And these videos you're able to brand with the business's name, because one of the issues that I've seen is that people will get videos and then they don't have a way to brand them. You want to put the business's name on it, their logo, whatever, and it gets complicated. So we wanted to provide a solution where you could do this very easily. Able to add your own background images, things like that. The software that we came up with, because one thing that I knew that was really important was I wanted to be able to work with a business, call up a business, let's say a hair salon from across the country, and have them want me to make a video for them with a spokesperson, but in the background have the actual a picture of the hair salon in the background. And that's something that our software does. It allows us to actually take a picture of the business that they send to you as a file and then pop it right in the background of the software. So it looks like the spokesperson was actually at their place of business. It's really, really cool. So this way you're able to go out and offer a business a way to be able to have a spokesperson pop up in the corner of the website like that. And then also to be able to have a spokesperson video where you're able to manipulate the background, put their name on it, all those kinds of things. It works really, really well. So another thing that I found through doing this is that you want to do as little work as possible. I don't like just calling up people out of the blue and trying to sell things, that kind of thing. I would rather have something go out and then let the people come to me. And that's why it was important to me to automate the sales process. So what I wanted to do was push people through a marketing funnel. So to do that, we built a website to be able to send people to. I'm going to show you so you can see what it would look like. We also made some lead generation pages and autoresponders. Let me just take you through and share this with you. I love it. We tested a lot of different things. So this is what we do. We send an email out, so you can, with LeadSensationz, and in that email you have a link to their website. You also have information so they can learn more about your business. And this is the site that we made. And on this site, it talks about the benefits of how we can help the business, because we always want to focus on the benefits and what we can do. So if you scroll, when the person comes to this here, let me refresh it so you can hear. I'm going to turn my speakers up here.
Video is an incredible way to get your message out.
We have this nice video here that goes through.
9 out of 10 people found.
I'll turn it down there. Goes through and it explains why a video would help them and why they should have video on their website. It explains all the things that I shared with you about how much more likely people are going to be to buy something when video is incorporated, and how easy it would be to integrate into their site. So a business owner gets an email from you, and at that point, it's taken care of. The email goes out, and then they're interested. They click on here. They're able to see it. One thing that I do, this is a little tip that I like to share. Somebody sees this, they click on the button. What I do is I put a calendar in here, so that way, when the business wants to talk with you, they can just schedule an appointment with you. Especially when people are starting out, they're not able to just sit by the phone, and yet when a business does call you, you want to be able to schedule the appointment. So I found a schedule that you're able to use, so that way when a business owner wants to meet with you, they can go here and select a time and book an appointment. It's really cool. So what we did was we built a site that has an autoresponder in it. So that means that if someone is interested in learning more about how you could help them, they can put their information in. We even put in a shopping cart, so that way if you wanted to be selling things to them, you could. Basically what we try to do is make it as easy as possible for people to be able to do these kinds of things themselves. And over the years that I've been doing this was a stumbling block for people, because they wouldn't know how to sell a video, like was asked what to charge, and then how do I sell it, how do I take payment, how to let people know about me, all those things. And we tried to solve each one of those with this automated funnel that we have in place here. Okay, let me let me go back here. So yeah, so people are asking, what do we use for the scheduling? There's a couple. I can look that up later and share it in the chat. There is something there's a couple of good ones out there that can be used, even Google Calendar. Okay, let me pull my slides back up here, gang. So what do you think? Okay, yeah, so very cool. I know that when I first started, boy, oh boy, it took some time to get my website going. Okay, so back to the slides here. So listen, when I was doing this, like I said, within my first 2 months, and then I quit my job, I quit my regular job, and this was what I did. So I kind of did it all at once, and it was, very, very exciting. But the thing is, I had some frustrations, I had some struggles because I didn't know what I was doing at first, and I did some things the long way. I tried to do everything myself and got a bit overwhelmed. And as I've moved forward, I've realized that I want to be able to do this and provide a really good service and make as much money as possible, but at the same time be working as little as possible. So what I aim to do is to help other people do that as well. So over the past time, I developed training on how to do this. So I wanted to share a little bit more about that. And yes, this is an offer that we're going to be sharing. What we did was we prepared 10 modules of detailed training where you would get to see me go through every step of the process of building your own profitable business. Everything from what should I call my business to how do I get paid? How to find thousands of emails, essentially on autopilot, but I'll tell you what, you already know how to do that, right? How to build your business from the ground up while doing as little work as possible, because that is so important. It's when I first started, I got all this business, and then I stopped getting leads because I was so busy having to fulfill the business that I had, and that is not what I want you to do. I want you to build this the right way and use Lead Sensations to keep those leads coming in, but then how can you best sell to them? I also want to teach you how to turn a $900 video client into a $2,000 a month recurring income. And yes, $2,000 a month is how much I'm able to charge to businesses because I'm able to offer them a suite of services. Search engine marketing, reputation management, social media marketing, all these kinds of things. It's pretty crazy how much money is out there to be spent, and I want to see you being the one being paid from businesses. It's incredible. This is a testimonial from someone who's been through our training. He stated, before your video agency products came along, I was struggling to get my feet off the ground with selling videos to businesses. I made at least $10,000 in 1 month. That was his first month part-time. So I was super excited to hear from Jason and for him to be able to share that. So at this point, what I'd like to do is I'd like to share more about the offer that we did put together because myself and Todd Gross and Paul Pona, we each have different things that we've made in this field. And we thought it would be exciting, especially for the Lead Sensation team, to be able to offer it together as a package. So I'd like to go through and share that and what that is.
Right, because basically you could have Lead Sensation and you could find the businesses. You could have Video Pal and you could put the characters on the actual websites. But then what about the spokespeople? How about getting a whole bunch of spokespeople so that you can actually have that going for you? So we all brought our strengths that all work towards the same complete business from A to Z. And that's what Matt's going to tell you about right now.
All right. So all these things, I'm going to share them in a minute. Of course, we have additional things as well. We're going to share it shortly. The first 50 people that are to become a part of this as a fast action bonus are going to get something called Social Traffic Suite. Now, let me explain what this is. There's a problem where having a strong social media presence is crucial for businesses, but most don't do it. If you go out and you look at businesses in your area, around and out there, you'll see that a lot of businesses, yes, they do have a Facebook page, but they're not doing anything on it. And the thing is, if you ask them, should you be doing more, they're almost always going to say yes. I know that I should, but they'll say, I don't know how to do it. I don't have somebody to do it. And the answer is that you can do it for them. They need help. They need your help, and you can be the one to do that for them. You can use LeadSensationz to find them, and then you can be able to single them out and say, this is someone that needs help with this, and you can be the one to help them do that. So Social Traffic Suite it's a cloud-based social syndication software, and it automates social media posting to 10 sites. The way that social media marketing goes for businesses is that a business is going to be more visible on the internet if they have more social signals out there. If they're involved on Facebook, and if they're involved on, oh boy, there's so many sites, and some of the names are ridiculous, and even my kids know them now. They're starting to get to that age. But the point is, a business needs to be involved on these places, and a business owner does not want to go out and be maintaining a Twitter account, but this is something that you can do, and Social Traffic Suite takes this. And it's funny because this is something that I shied away from at first because it sounded like such a hassle to have to do all this stuff, and now we have Social Traffic Suite that literally gives you a business that you could sell to other businesses to be able to manage their social media marketing. It's insane. So that's one thing that we have in this package besides all the spokesperson things that I've shared with you already. So another part of this is that we wanted to be able to offer to you help from me, because I've been doing this, and when you get training, it's one thing to go through it, and I share what I know with you, but you're going to have questions, and those questions can hang you up sometimes, and that's why I love to include live question and answer sessions. So one thing that we're offering as a Fast Action bonus is that you would be able to go in there, dig into the material, and then any questions that you have, of course, you can be sitting to our support desk, but we have live Q&A sessions so you can ask. And then other people will ask questions that you haven't thought of yet, and you get to hear those answers too. It's really cool, and it's a lot of fun. Now, over the years, I've developed a lot of different commercials to help businesses. And when we looked to create something special, we thought, what could we do to give you as much as possible? So that way you could come in to a business and have this huge toolkit of stuff that you could sell them. And what we're including is a lot of different kinds of commercials that you could sell to them. So one of those things is a collection of over 50 customizable whiteboard videos. Now, you probably know what whiteboard videos are. You've probably seen products before in our market. It's a thing where you see a hand drawing the cartoon like this, and then there's somebody saying, is your back hurt? Do you need a chiropractor? Something like that. And even though you've seen this in internet marketing, people outside this market haven't. It was a couple weeks ago. One of my friends saw one of these things, because I've been doing these for years, and he was like, "What is that? That is so cool!" And a business owner sees that, it's going to be news to them too, and they're going to think, "Well, that looks so cool. I would love to have a commercial like that for my business," and they're going to pay hundreds of dollars for that. So this is something else that we're including in this massive package that you'll be able to have to be able to sell to businesses. Now, once I saw how well video was working, we started to develop a lot of other things in the different markets that we wanted to go into. And we developed animated commercials because we wanted to have commercials that would be easy for people to customize to be able to sell to business. So you could really quick make a commercial for a locksmith or an attorney or whatever and just change the text. And that's what this software is that we've developed. Now, please note, when I show you videos on here, because of GoToWebinar, it looks a little bit choppy. The actual quality of the videos is a lot higher. But this, for example, is one of the things that we offer. They're called easy videos, and you're able to edit all this text. What it does is it allows people to use a browser-based video editor with no video experience to be able to go in and just edit these videos for a business. So if you wanted to make a video commercial for goodness, I mean, just about anything, you can go in and just edit the text for that company and then publish it, and you have it to sell it. We wanted to make it easier for people that didn't have the experience to be able to crank these out again and again and again. Now, we also made some squeeze videos too, because we found that there's even markets outside of local marketing that you can go into for yourself. You can sell on Fiverr, lots of different ways. So we made a lot of other videos, and we're opening up the entire collection in this special that we're going to have here. This is an example of one just on how to make money online. And again, you're able to edit these videos by going into the video editor and just edit the text. It's very simple and straightforward to do. And these are all the markets that we went into to do this. And for years now, I've been making video content that people have been selling to other businesses, and it's something that I love to do. So let's talk about what we have here. So this package that came together as a result of Todd, myself, and Paul has a lot in it. So I wanted to cap that, just summarize it here. So first thing it includes is VideoPal Platinum. And basically what that is that's access to VideoPal for a lifetime. It's everything that VideoPal has had and what is coming out in terms of there's monthly spokespersons that are added to it. There's all these different things, and you don't have to pay anything. It's something that's for you. That's included, and just that alone is worth $1,000 there. Now, what my side of it did was we went out and we hired a ton of spokespersons to make specific commercials for a lawyer, for a chiropractor, that can be popped right in through the VideoPal interface and be sold to businesses. We did that in 60 different markets, and we did each one as a male and a female. Now, that number I didn't just make up. I looked at the actual cost involved. We went out and we found professional actors and actresses and spent a lot of time writing the scripts the best way that they could be written, so you would have these really strong commercials to be able to sell to businesses. Now, we're also including the Done For You website. I had shared it earlier. I could bring it up again, where you can sell everything from. It includes the shopping cart, and it includes all the videos. So you can be showing videos, you can be charging for things, you can advertise your other services. The website was done using WordPress, and it's very easy to edit yourself. And of course, we're there to help you with it as well. Now, we have very comprehensive training to show you how to do all this stuff, and that's something that is hard to put a value on, but I'll put that on there at $3,000. There's a lot of training. We're talking hours and hours, separated into different components depending on what part you're needing. So that way you can watch some of it to get going, but once you get more involved in your business, you can tackle the more advanced stuff. I tend to try to do everything I can think of to help people, and it's all there for you. It also includes the 2 live webinars that I mentioned, and Social Traffic Suite. This is a third business, so you can be selling social media services to your clients. As a service, this would give you access to this software forever and be able to make unlimited accounts, which is really amazing too, to be able to be managing their social media. It includes the whiteboard commercials that I shared with you, and the animated commercials, and the squeeze videos. So all those things together comes out to over $26,000, and what a coincidence! That's how much this is going to cost. No, I'm kidding. So I'm just trying to share this. This is tremendous value in terms of us trying to look at, how can you have this complete business model to go out and not only just sell one service, to be able to offer all these different things. And that's how we arrived at this here. Okay, Russell says there's much value. That's awesome, Russell. I'm excited that you see that. We certainly, I do tend to go overboard sometimes. So we ready? As people are requesting to see it, I'm gonna jump in at the bit here. So yes,
all right. And remember, stay on, because we're going to be giving away some cash in just a few minutes.
Yes. So okay, so if you're interested in this, remember, this is a webinar only special. This is something that typically would cost a lot more. In fact, the typical price is $997, but because we wanted to offer something special for the LeadSensationz members, and goodness, I've known Han for years now, and was excited to be able to come on and do this. We wanted to do something really special. So if you go to geteasybizcreator.com, this is a webinars only special of $497, and if we could get the link for this in the chat box, please. That's, again, that if you go to www.geteasybizcreator.com, that'll take you right there, and it's a webinar only special of $497. Now, you can't click on your screen to get there. This is just a slide, but You can open that up in a browser to go right there. Like I mentioned, there's all those fast action bonuses for the first 50 people that do pick this up. We do have to limit those because of the value. Now we're going to be getting to your questions in just a minute here. And yeah, I put my support email on there too if there's any issues. And yes, you'll see on there on GetEasyBizCreator.com there is a payment plan available. There's a to-pay. I did want to talk about our guarantee because it's a bit unique. What we're doing is we're saying that if you follow this program, you will make at least $500 from selling videos within the first 45 days, most likely from one sale. I don't know what you're going to charge, but typically, one sale, maybe two. And if you don't, we will give you an immediate refund and let you keep the course materials and send you $100 as our way of apologizing for wasting your time. And the reason that we're able to offer that is because we are so confident that if you follow this, that yes, you will be able to go out there and sell these videos. And the crazy thing is you get one of these sales and you make your money back. And then everything else from out there is just gravy, right? You have to keep in mind that being able to have so many things that you could sell to businesses, it's like having this amazing toolkit. It's kind of like if you're looking to do like a multi-level marketing thing and you go out and you buy that kit where you get stuff like to sell Amway or other companies and you sell it, and then if you want to sell more you have to go get more. With this, you sell somebody a commercial and you can take that exact same commercial and sell it to somebody else and sell it to somebody else unlimited amount of times. It's like having unlimited inventory. It's not gonna clutter up your house or your garage, right? It's pretty crazy. Here's another testimonial. Mike shared, Matt, I can't tell you how much you've helped me in my business.